What up, what up, what up? It's your girl Free coming at you guys live with another exclusive vlog. I'm in the lovely city of San Francisco, and I'm so happy to be bringing you guys an interview from Blasta. Say what's up to the people.
What's happening? What's up with y'all?
Alright, so we're in San Francisco, but tell the vlog where you're from originally. Give them a background of who you are, where you're from, the whole shit.
My name Blasta. I'm from North Richmond. That's about 20 minutes from here, no traffic. 20 minutes, no traffic. With traffic, probably about 45 minutes. Like I said, I've been rapping shit seriously for about almost 5 years now, 4 years now, straight. Shit, I just been on it.
Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get more into like the rapping and all that shit later in the vlog. But before we do that, because you're new to the vlog, they might not know who you are, which most people do because you're pretty popular now. But some of my supporters might not know who you are. We want to get a background of like who you are as far as what it was like for you growing up and in Richmond and all that. Were you born and raised there?
Yep, born and raised there.
Okay, so what was it like for you in your younger years? You know, was you always Blasta? How did this all like come about?
Yeah.
Tell us the whole story. We want to know everything.
Well, shit, I got a whole nother handle other than the Blasta shit. The Blasta, I kind of picked that up like damn near like late teen in jail and shit. But shit, man. Well, shit, roaming around Richmond, that shit it get tricky though. The motherfucker's small, population only about 100,000. And then you got the unincorporated areas where I'm from, North Richmond. Different police patrol there, sheriffs and shit. So shit, just coming from there, it's so close knit. Ain't no stoplights and shit. Everybody know everybody. Everybody family know each other. So it's hard. Hard not for a motherfucker not to know each other and shit. And like shit, you go through everything out there. Shit, you go through death. Shit, you fight. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like grow up, getting fucked with by the police and shit like that. Shit, I don't know. Like I don't know. It was cool though. It was like fun while it was fun up until you know what was really going on. And when you really learn what's going on, is when it gets serious for you. You feel me? So like like when your needs start kicking in for what you really need and want and shit like that. And if your people able to provide it, I was raised by my granny, so so I had to step out a little early,
right,
to get what I wanted,
okay,
or what I needed. You feel me?
All right, and tell us a little background of how that happened. How did you end up getting, if you know, how you ended up getting raised by your granny? When did you realize, like, okay, I'm not living with my folks?
Oh shit. It was so early, like I didn't notice up until I did notice. Like, you feel me? Like I was born in '92. I've been raised with my granny since '95. So it was like I kind of knew. I noticed when it happened, but I didn't remember when I stayed with my mom and shit. My dad, shit, he roamed in the streets and shit. He ended up going to jail when I was like 13, and he been in jail since. So he been in jail about 18 years. So he been there about 18 years. He probably on his way.
Your
back.
daddy?
Yeah, my dad.
Damn.
Yeah, he been down about 18 years.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'll be 30 next month.
He's been in jail for 18 years. So what age were you when he went to jail?
I think 13.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. It was like 04, like 03, 04. I think about 04.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 13 or something like that.
So was your mom like with your granny too? Like it was all of you guys. Where was your mom?
Nah, my mom was on drugs. She was just doing her. She was roaming and shit. I mean, I knew who she was. I knew both my parents was. It's just, you know what I'm saying, no further relationships and that, really just knowing who they is.
Okay.
Shit, really nothing personal. I don't know nothing.
Do you don't talk to her at all now?
I do talk to her, but it's just like
it's not the same.
And I never really had a real solid relationship with her. I couldn't tell you her favorite color. I just learned her birthday years ago for real. Just because it's just, I don't know, not my fault. I'm not being stubborn. That's just the shit I don't know.
Right.
Shit, I know all that about my granny.
And your granny is your mom's mom?
Yeah, my mom.
Okay.
Mom. Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I bet she's really proud of you.
Yeah, for sure. Every day.
I bet she's really proud of you. How old is your granny?
She born in 49, so she is, let me see, what year is it? She is 70, what year we in? 72.
It's dope, though, that your granny's still around watching you. Okay, so you've been with her since you were, like, younger, way younger. You always
Since I was 3, yeah.
Okay, so you always knew her. What was it like for you growing up with her?
Everything old-fashioned. Everything. I'm talking about I had a black and white TV. Shit, I done had to get a switch off the tree to get my
your ass whooped.
Yeah. You feel me? Like leftovers was a big no. Like throwing them away and shit. Like hand-me-downs was in effect. All the old law is her. I had to do chores. Motherfucking the lawnmower that you push. I had to push one of them and shit. Like, yeah.
Did she teach you to pump females gas and open the door and all that?
Yep, and empty the trash and shit.
Manly
like
shit, the shit that you're supposed to know.
Yeah, like
that'll make you a good man.
Don't walk in the house and you see trash and women and shit, and then make them empty the trash and just small things that when I see other people don't do it, I'm like, how you don't know that?
How you don't know you're supposed to do that? For you being that young and growing up around her, when did you like hop out the porch and start getting out in the streets? I know you still going outside, even though you living with granny, you going outside.
I was 9, you feel me? Because I started smoking weed when I was 9, so it's like, that's
how did you pick that up at 9?
My big cousin.
Oh, okay. Now, how did it really get you high? You were little.
Yeah, but like it got me high, but then when I was like first year of high school, that was like a different high. Like, you feel me? So
right.
Like, yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah, like how high I remember smoking in how high.
Right, like
in 2000.
So 9 years old is when you started, but you started really doing it in high school.
Yeah, I started fucking with the brownies in high school and shit.
Oh, you a bold nigga. The brownies?
Brownies.
I still be pacing myself on shit like
That's
that.
That's how I know not to play with that shit now.
Yeah, because that shit right there will have you dead.
Yeah, first year high school, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. I was a little small motherfucker, too. About 4'11", my first year of high school.
Okay. So, with you being in school and you doing what you was doing, what else you had going on as far as the streets and all that?
Man, that's when it was. It's like, I don't know, like, when you in school, it's like you not dumb, so that's never gonna be the issue. Right. It's always gonna be your behavior and after school activities though. So when it come to school, it's like I'm a regular person because I got good grades, all the shit. But the more attention and the more shit I motherfuckers see in the streets is the more the motherfucking grades and shit leave, and you just be like, fuck that shit.
So when did the streets come for you as a teen?
I mean,
when did the culture take a hold of you?
It started taking effect really in middle school.
Okay.
Like in elementary school, I seen some shit that tainted me, going to school, seeing the motherfucker dead on the way to school and shit like that. But like, it didn't start really fucking with me until me leaving elementary for real. Like a little bit in there, but when I got the playground effect and lockers and shit like that, and got to able to really just like, man, I ain't finna go to there. It really got to fuck with me. So middle school for real.
Okay. And so that's when you feel like you started taking more to the street culture. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up.
North. Oh well, shit. North is about a mile each way. Shit, no stoplights. It's, I mean, to a kid it can be real big, but it's really not too big. But you got a few different sections. You got uptown, where I'm from. You got downtown. I'm from 4th Street, but my great grandmother stayed in the projects, so that's where a lot of my friends today from. They from the projects and stuff. Okay. Back there, it's a lot of family stuff. Like a lot of people related back there, and there's so much different shit, different activity, and different personalities back there. A lot of people steer away from the projects. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people from where I'm from, 4th and shit. Like, you gotta be somebody that's just thrown back there at different times, cause it's just stigma on there. Like, man, them dudes back there, they all out cutthroat back there or something.
Right.
But it's really just the same motherfuckers, probably just motherfuckers being spooked of them and
but
shit.
Other people look at them in a different way. Because they didn't grow up around it.
Yeah,
and that's because they're not supposed to know their way, like how they are. Don't come where you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, and then like when we from north, it's like you don't really too much leave there because everything around, whether it's stores and gas station right here and school right here, so you really got no reason to go to the other side of town and stuff. But when you do, you see how different stuff is. Sometimes it's like you stick out like a sore thumb, you know. Like
there was other parts of town that were different from where you grew up.
Yeah.
So, because what were they, the suburbs?
No, it's not the suburbs. It's the hood. It's just got different settings, you know, different grades of the hood. You know, like my hood, North Richmond, they call it the like it'd probably be the hoodest of the hood. Probably I can say. I ain't gonna just say that in crime or anything, but like the look and the part and what's going on out there. It's that, but then you get to different areas of Richmond, it's fired up and shit, but it don't look like how North look.
Okay, so, got you.
So I stayed on the south side before too, though. Like before I moved back to North in '99, we stayed on the south side, a little bit up from where Cash Click Book from. We stayed on the other side.
Shout out
of the
to
tracks.
him.
Shout out
to Cash
interview
Click Book.
Yeah, we stayed on the other side of the tracks on like the Easter Hill side, like on like 30th by Jones and Harris and shit. So I went to Coronado and everything. So I knew people over there and shit like that. It's just like when I moved back to North, my mama from there, my grandma from there, her she raised all her kids there, so it was a different attachment.
Right.
Being there than any other place in Richmond that I kind of breezed through.
Right.
And it had a big effect on me because it was home base for me.
Right. So when you guys say the Jets, what are y'all referring to?
The projects that I'm talking about.
The projects you're talking about, they're called that? Or is that just like a nickname?
It was North Richmond Housing Projects. That's what it originally was. Then they changed the name to something else, like Los Deltas Housing Projects or something. It was.
How did you guys come out with the name the Jets?
Shit, I guess just hearing other older people say it. Shit, they call that motherfucker Dodge City too. Like that's what they called it. That's what my grandma and them called it. That's what they parents called it. So shit, we just going along with the tag along names we hear. The Jets, you know what I'm saying, the Gates, shit, all the same shit.
All right. And compared to other cities that you've been with street culture and different types of backgrounds, what would you say about your city compared to them?
I mean, I ain't been to nobody's city that long.
For you to really observe.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you see the similarities. I feel like I done got way more game in my neighborhood than any, cause it's everything around, like all the shit you think not, like what you think not gonna happen to happen, and then it's always somebody tougher. Right. So it's always kind of, it'll humble you, cause there's always somebody tougher and bigger and that'll whoop your ass out there. That's just what my hood showed me. Ain't no like you think this nigga bad, this nigga badder. You feel me? So there's always that type of shit going on. It's a whole bunch of like, I could say like shit. I ain't gonna say monsters, but it was a whole different lot of characters around. Like you ain't just worried about Fred.
There's a lot more Jason, where you came from. Yeah. Of you.
You feel me? It's a lot way more than me.
Worse than me. Yeah. Where you came from.
Yeah, worse.
And I've heard the songs.
Yeah. So it's like I'm a product of it, but I'm cool. It was way more crazier.
I mean, you cool?
You feel me? Yeah, I'm cool.
Oh, if you're cool, I would hate to see who's not.
Yeah, but they got their reasons to not be that way.
And I know.
Everybody, and everybody see the bad part of this probably because they deal with motherfuckers the type of way you don't supposed to deal with motherfuckers, and they get bad aftermath from that shit.
You get the
repercussions. We not bad. It's just like you can come out there. Well, you ain't getting fucked over just because you from out. I mean, just because you out here. Like you gotta. What you do? Right. What you do? Did you pull up the wrong way? Did you? Yeah. Did you have something crazy to say?
You guys have some type of integrity.
Yeah, it is out there though for sure. But it's all type of personalities. You got people that might do something to you for no reason. It's always
something going on. Now let me ask you this: as far as your neighborhood and where you grew up in your hood, all that. Okay, so is it broken up or is everybody one? Because we do have different.
It's one. Even if it gets broken up, you won't know it. Like it's
okay. So when other people come, it's one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But you guys might have your own differences. Yeah, but there's not
always
sets.
It's always circles inside of circles for sure. But,
okay.
But like even if it's disagreements, it don't make it that far.
Okay.
It's gonna be a disagreements inside the circumference.
And how do you guys divide it from other areas? Is it just?
It's just so unique. It's so whatever. It's just like a black color. Like it's just gone.
But how do you divide it? Like how do you know where?
Oh, train tracks.
Okay, train tracks.
Yeah, the train tracks. You gonna know when you in North. Like you gonna know. Call us Northers. Like we got our own type of race.
So how did it come up to the other name versus the sign? The east, west, north sign.
I don't know because it's another neighborhood in technicality that is in North Richmond, but they don't associate with that. Like I feel like they feel like we the plague. Like once we associated with something, it's
oh
just,
wow! So
polluted.
You guys are starting problems. I know some niggas that start problems.
No, it's just we just so influential. Once you affiliated with us, it's just like like that.
Like okay, yeah, I know some niggas like that.
Yeah, like
so. How do you think that your area got like that?
I don't. It always it's one of them old neighborhoods. Like a lot of people, it's old neighborhoods like that in the Bay, throughout the Bay. Whether you talking about San Francisco, Oakland, you got a lot of old neighborhoods that just stand out. Richmond is one of those old popping
neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like back in nightclub eras and the Black Panthers and shit. Like
wow.
This was a spot. You feel me? Like you can do your research on it. So it's always had a stigma. So even when the police they come sweep that motherfucker. It's indictments. That's one of my things. That's why I rap so hard because I want to stay away from them motherfucking indictments for sure. I got caught up in one myself or two. I think one or two.
Like maybe three.
Yeah, not three, but about one or two. You feel me? Ain't nothing good, but yeah, them feds. They come and sweep that motherfucker up. Some action going on for sure.
Is it more so they just get whoever's been around somebody?
I don't know how they gimmick is. I don't know what they is. Maybe they got a little birdie to tell them which ones to go after.
I do feel like niggas be snitching. I do feel like there's a lot of informants. You know, I feel like every popular hood, even the ones I've interviewed, each one has an informant.
It's balance.
It just has to be that way.
Always got a bitch ass nigga that want to stay out. Like you feel me? He just
came in, can't stay in, don't know how to be in, and just want to do some weird shit. Yeah. Like I do feel like that.
Yeah. Then you get the Donnie Brascos, where the one where they just you go get him, and they get the ones they really want off the street for a while.
Right. So so with you growing up out there though, so how to tell us the time frame of everything that happened. How did everything happen for you? When you hopped off the porch at 9, when did you really start getting in the streets and doing all the shit? I know you did some jail time. Let's talk about that. My supporters love the jail stories. And we ain't had no Richmond niggas that went to jail. So we got to talk about how your jail system and all that is on this side of the world.
Oh, man.
But we can start with you going from
the
years.
From 9, shit, see what's different for me than a lot of people that I hear is that I was outside without any, funk. Okay. You feel me? So I was roaming. Just
you didn't have, no one was like fucking with you.
I didn't have any beef. I was 9, you feel me? Nothing known. Okay. So now it's just me roaming to see what I want to do, whether I was dabbling in weed and shit like that, and hustling or panhandling or whatever the fuck we doing. We stealing or you know what I'm saying, stealing bikes, spray painting them motherfuckers, selling them, and might steal a dog. You feel me? So like up until you get to that point where you want shit for yourself. You like, oh damn, I want a car. How am I gonna get a car? Shit, I can drive. Now it's like you got an objective, so now you lock in on what you want to do. Right. I'm about 13, 14, and I want to dabble in the hustling and shit. So shit, now I'm hustling. I done hollered at big bruh, and I'm young, so he done gave me a cool jug, and now that's what I'm doing. But I gotta dodge my granny. I gotta dodge my granny friends. My granny, all her friends are the people that's on the shit. You feel me? So some of them is I'm gonna tell on you. Some of them is I'm gonna tell on you if you don't serve me that one. You feel me? So it's that type of get up, dibbling, dabbling through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I got a name, but I'm like I got a name where a motherfucker know me who I am. Not the name that made my name. You feel me? Right. I ain't had that name yet. I ain't get that name till about 15. So shit, just doing that and shit. We had a party group. Me and my partner Wade Mo. We was in the same type of group. We always been in the same circle. And shit, we just had a party group. We just go around parties, yelling this little shit, chilling with each other and shit.
I knew those days.
Switching the names of the party groups and shit. We chilling. Yeah. And we got the other side of town shit where we see dudes from the other side of town, but it ain't no biggie. It ain't nothing. You feel me? As you keep getting older and you accumulate more shit, different scenarios come about that just life changing, and you start bumping into different people, and they start having more hate
towards you,
and you don't know till you gotta get with it. You gotta get with it like you, and it advance more, and people take less shit. You might get jumped. I got jumped about 5-6 deep. I'm talking about I wasn't in shit, and from there, like, I'm not finna keep getting jumped. So
you got jumped how many times?
Once. That's all it took. That's all.
Did they beat you up bad?
Nope. They should have beat me up worse. They should have did worse.
How old were you when that happened?
15, but I wasn't 100 pounds. I was probably I wasn't 100 pounds. I was probably like 92 pounds.
Damn.
I was small as hell, but you know what I'm saying? For what it's worth, it happened. And it never happened again. And I got a name.
That's when you went crazy. Look.
Yep, so shit. Got a name off defending myself and being an aggressor in every other scenario, every other encounter. Shit. And from then, shit, I was gave a name. Gave a name, and from then, like, shit, it went from then. Okay.
So for you being so young and getting involved in shit like that, how was that for you? Because I know if you was growing up with Granny, you wasn't into
Granny
no shit
don't
like
understand it because she's a female. She don't understand.
Did you ever have any man figures to help you besides Granny? Did she have a nigga?
Nah, I mean she did, but like he left early on. But like I had cousins and shit, but they got kids. They dodging the police. They can't keep up with me. They did a little bit, but it's like as the time go on, it's like I'm more bold and like, man, fuck y'all gonna with me.
Who taught you how to be a man in the streets?
My granny, jail.
Ooh, I want to hear the jail story. When did you start going to jail?
I started going to jail a little later than little people though. Like Waymo Benz, he went a couple years earlier than me. I thought I was gonna dodge that shit. I got caught up with my partner Mike. We got caught up in the same situation. We ended up going to jail for attempted burglary, and that's when I had a situation before then. I had the baby face in the small. I used to get out a lot of scenarios because of that.
Because you had a baby face. You still
had
a
baby face, and I was small as hell, so they didn't believe I was doing the things that they was accusing me of. I had an incident where I was in a stolen car and crashed and shit. I had a high speed in my head, but in their head, I just like high speed at the block and crashed. So they just grabbed me, cuffed me, took me home. They didn't even take me to the station. I was
How
so
old
small.
were you?
This was my first year of high school. So I was 14 for sure. 13, 14. My first year of high school. They took me home. Granny whooped ass. That was good enough for them. She took off on me in front of the police. That was good enough for them. They let me go. They sent me letter in the mail. Sent me letter in the mail to go for probation, and I stayed on probation up until I was like, I had just got off when I was 15. I was turning 16, and that's when it started. Every year after that, I was in that motherfucker.
Juvie.
Yep, juvie up until I had.
How long were you doing as a kid?
My first one was they gave me the 90 days ankle. I violated. Gave me 120 days Byron program. Never went to Byron. Did the 120 instead of the 180. Got out on that. 45 days after that. Fuck with that. They gave me a year. Now I'm pushing to 18. I do the year, and I get out. I ain't to rent no more. I didn't.
Got bigger. Nigga done went in that jail.
Now I'm a whole nother individual.
You made a spread, huh?
Yeah. Now I just was on my pull-ups and dips and shit. Now I ain't the same motherfucker these people done jumped, and now it's a different effect. Now I'm me.
How was it for you going to jail that much as a kid?
You don't think you hear jailbird, you don't think it apply to you. You feel me? Cause in my head it's only been 2 times. But you juvenile. So it's like these 2 times, how long these 2 times been? Shit, these 2 times been a little wild. These two times down there 2 years. You feel me? So like, yeah, maybe I am a jailbird. So I stay out about a year from 17, 18, and I catch my first county case. I go to jail before that for this little case with this broad. She was stealing. Went to jail for that shit. My first time in Solano County. First food I threw up.
How old were you there?
18.
Okay.
I was fresh 18. I went to jail again later on for a burglary. Prince came back. I did a county year. Got out from there. And I probably went to the feds 2 months later.
For how long?
For 6 years.
Okay, wait. So that's the one where you did. Okay, the time.
I did it fresh out of the county, like it went
6
from juvenile all to. Hell yeah.
Okay, how old were you when you did that?
19.
To what? Oh, damn.
19 to 27, if I ain't mistaken.
Damn, 6 years. And what would you? Okay, can you talk about what you did to go for that?
So I was dealing with a bitch ass nigga. He was the police. He had hella shit over his head. He took it like a bitch, and he lined me up along with a few other. Can't ignore the shit that's in your head. Like when I was young, you think of some shit as some movie shit. Like nah, that's too movie. Like that's because a lot of the shit that was happening in that time span. That's what I used to say. Oh, that's movie shit.
Right.
Fuck a movie come from though.
Right.
Real life circumstances.
Real life circumstances.
So
and
I ignored shit. I ignored shit. Small shit that was there, and I curved like like where you at? I'm right here. I'm lying though. Like why am I lying about where I'm at? If there's regular business, you feel me? Like why is my head telling me to lie? Why is my head curving him?
And you ignored it.
Yeah. Stupid.
So you did 6 years.
Yep, I was supposed to do 8, but Proposition 57. See, all right, let me explain. First thing was I served ATF, so I had a federal case. So I went to the feds. Now, this where all the disruption as a teen come in at. Okay. Now I got a state case purposely because my fed case wasn't enough time for me personally, and they feel like I was involved in a lot of different gang activities, so they put the clamp on me for the same case, and gave me 11 years with 80%, and I was gonna do 8 off that. So I end up doing fed time first. I do my first 3, and in the middle, like 2 years into the 3, I end up going back to the state to fight the state case. So I go to the county jail and I fight that shit. I lose. I get 11 with 80, and they gave me they only gave me a portion of my time served, and they kicked me back to the feds, and the feds released me months later because my time for them was up, and I was going to the halfway house. So they released me accidentally, and I went along with it, and I got out of it. So I got an escape charge. So I got another conviction. So that's number 2 conviction.
Why would they give you an escape charge if they let you out?
Because that's the underlying agreement you agree to by saying, I agree to go to the halfway house. You agree to say, I'm going to be here at 6 o'clock. And if I'm not here at 6,
so
this
you
is treated
didn't.
as an escape.
You didn't.
Hell yeah, I just got 11 years. In my head, it made perfect sense. But it didn't when I thought about it later. At the time, it made perfect sense. Finna get out, get the fuck on. But I didn't go nowhere. I went to Richmond and just hung around until I was caught.
And
and I wasn't caught like kick open doors. I was only out for 45 days. So anybody know you get 90-day write-ups in there. So that was just like a write-up. It was nothing. So I went back, same prison, same shit. Everybody, what happened? Listen. Same
Where's
judge.
my bunk?
See, the only thing about the feds is the same judge, same DA, same attorney.
Oh,
so it's like your parent. You in front of your parent again. Didn't I just give you a break? Yeah, listen, miss. I ain't gonna say her name. It ain't like that. They let me go. So they let you go after and they gave you this much time. Yeah, so she had sympathy for me. She gave me, she let it run concurrent. That's run together instead of consecutive, which was what they recommend. Consecutive, which is split. So I got run concurrent, and then The state really came and got me after the Fed bid, which I ended up doing 58 months off the 63. Then they took me to the state.
58 months. How long is that?
That's 4 years, 10 months, if I'm mistaken.
You probably not.
Yeah,
y'all be knowing y'all time.
Yeah. So I ended up going to the state and going through their system, and that's where I met Vonnie. I met Vonnie in that motherfucker though.
I was supposed to interview him too.
Yeah, I met Vonnie in the state though. He was in there with my partner Lou. I ain't seen my dude Lou before I seen him there in like 5 years. So I had just seen him. In jail, people look crazy. I'm in there looking like an old person. I got some aviator shades where like the glasses in the daytime they clear, and then when I go in the sun they get
glasses?
dark. I don't know. You just pick up crazy habits. You feel me? Like
when you was in there disguising yourself,
man, you got to. Look, you don't know what's to come your way or how it's gonna come, so you gotta be prepared, mind, body, and you gotta prepare for what's gonna come your way. So if it's gonna come my way, at least I can scope it. Yeah, I
look
had
like you
cut
was
them.
a different nigga with the dreads.
With the dreads, I had cut them and sent them home, leaving the feds. But going into the state, I had changed my mind. Like I want my hair back, so I started growing it again. So I had these little twigs. I look like Coolio. Like you feel me? They had me in Tracy, and I sat in that motherfucker. And then I got to Susanville, and then my blessing came. And Proposition 57 got me out 2.5 years early.
But you really did 6.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so what was it like for those 6 years? How old were you around that time?
From 19 to 27, if I'm mistaken.
Okay, so what was it like for you in there? Give
Well,
us some jail stories. Was you in there fighting? Did you see ops?
Fights is regular. You have to.
This was prison, right? Not county. Okay.
In county, you on damn near probably had the most fights.
Yeah.
I mean, prison, it's a little, depends on what level of prison you go to. The level of prison I went to initially, motherfuckers wasn't too much fighting. It was a lot of different, it was knife. People was getting their ass poked and shit. But when you go there, it's not about like, it ain't a big contest. It's about respect. So a lot of shit don't happen without disrespect shown. So
right.
Or like if you're not playing or anything, like if you sitting in that motherfucker. So I'm not my age in there. I gotta be older because it ain't a lot of games and you gotta pay attention and shit. Like some shit can be going on, and if you playing, you don't know what's going on, and it be your ass. Like
right.
You want to sleep late, and these dudes just got into it with them dudes, and they see you sleeping here, you an easy score. They finna come in there and probably stab you or lock and sock you.
Right.
So you gotta be on your toes. You gotta be less talkative and pay attention to the surroundings and learn people vibes and shit. So like that's what it was in federal prison. So when I went from federal to state, it was a big transition because there was a lot of young people there. There were a lot of games, a lot of playing, a lot of toying around, a lot of sex playing. Like state prison, you're gonna see more people from around the way, more from feds. Like everybody don't get a fed case, so you don't always, you see people that's lost in the system in the feds.
Right.
I was in there with Big Meech, like I was on the same yard.
Oh wow! From BMF?
Yeah, I met him. It was in there with him.
That's dope.
Yep.
And then in the state prison, it was harder.
State prison
Did you see raping and stuff? Was they in there raping niggas? I know they be raping. They cannot lie and say they're not doing it.
Keep it lit though. See, you get a set of eyes when you in there. You like you keep them placed where they supposed to be placed.
So you minded your business.
Yeah, you mind your business, but like people not getting raped because there's too many people that play a part of that shit.
So they was doing it though.
Niggas was doing how they do.
I know.
And there's people that's like that on the yard that go along with it. Just the car that I was in didn't tolerate that type of shit. But you see other people that do tolerate that shit.
Okay, because I'm glad you kept it real, because a lot of niggas get on here and try to
There's
act.
people in there playing a part of that shit. There's people in there fighting over them dudes. It's motherfuckers in there wooing them motherfuckers, buying them everything they want. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But like, number one, you don't go in the cell with one.
Yeah.
You ain't into that lifestyle. You don't go in the cell with one of them.
So, out here, do you guys get to pick who you sell with and stuff?
You can stand up for who you in the cell with. They will do anything. They will do anything that you let them do. They will try to put you in the cell with them, but it's up to you to stand up. Like, man, fuck that. I ain't going in the cell with that. Or you got to go to the hole. Some people like, well, I don't want to go to the hole. I'll go in there one night. You feel me? you knocking at it. You feel me? Send me to the.
So you gonna go to the hole? You don't give a fuck.
Like you ain't finna do me like that. Like you feel me? It's now look, because now you got a scenario where it'd be like, what if somebody want to play with you about the scenario tomorrow?
Right. Yeah.
And now this something
now you have to kill someone.
You can't even play like that. You can't let people get at you like that.
Yeah.
It's not no joke. Because whatever you let a person do, it's gonna keep on happening. You let a person owe you, it's gonna be 1,000 motherfuckers on you. You let a motherfucker play you out, it's gonna be 1,000 motherfuckers playing you out. You let a motherfucker sex play you, everybody that's on that time gonna be sex playing you.
Right.
So whatever happened, you gotta nip it.
How did you learn so young what to do and what not to do?
Watching,
and did you get
paying attention.
It's like, did you get any altercations where it was like, fuck, I did something wrong, like as far as fighting or getting jumped or something, and now I gotta do something different.
Yeah, I almost stepped in the wrong direction, but I had a few older people that was from my section
that was there.
North,
okay,
and they told me the nitty gritty of it. You feel me?
Okay.
Like people, you don't like a little small rule. You don't go in nobody's cell, even if they invite you in there for a fight.
Yes.
It might be something like, I ain't ducking no fight, but like by you going in they shit. You changing the leverage. And if something was to happen, if he was to kill your ass, what happened? You was in his shit, right? Mm-hmm. You feel me? So you thinking it's about a fight, but it's a motherfucker been there 20 years that ain't finna lose no fight to no young punk that just came in jail 2 years ago. Right. So you in a losing battle. And he might try to play you all the way out going in his cell. Right. That's who play that shit, the older people that you kind of bark upon. You owe them and shit like that. That's how that shit'll start. Different shit like that. So if you ain't on no motherfuckers, you ain't disrespecting no motherfucker, you gonna have a smooth ride. You ain't telling, you gonna have a smooth one.
Was it scary for you?
Hell yeah, you don't know what to expect. So it's like you defensive, you watching shit, like you thinking all the typical shit you hear is like that. Here, you want this? Nah, I'm cool. Like you don't want that from nobody.
Because I seen videos where they were talking about don't take stuff from predators in jail.
Don't take something from strangers in jail. You feel me? Because it might be somebody on some African time. You feel me? That be on some positive shit. Hey, youngster, you need some, and it's shit like that. All that is like people will give you some shit, like some people from around your way, give you some shit, and when you get it back, you put it back in the pot for the next person to get it. Right. That's regular. But it might be a scenario where you got this old motherfucker that's just trying to give you some shit till you get some shit, or you possibly don't get no shit, and now you owe him. Mm-hmm. And now you might not be eating for a motherfucking week because all your desserts going to him or anything. He might feel like he might want you to watch this or anything, like just different shit you don't want to start.
Or he wants you to do something like the one guy.
Yeah, anything.
The booty bandit.
But if you don't open those doors don't get opened.
Okay. All right.
Tight niggas will play you out. You going that motherfucker sitting on motherfucker's bed and shit like that, like
thinking shit is sweet.
Yeah, little shit you not supposed to be doing, or letting another motherfucker sit on your bed, or different shit.
Shit you wouldn't let a nigga do in the real world.
Yeah, but it's in the real world. The shit that happen in jail don't happen on the street. Like people don't say shit to test you. You feel me? In jail, it's a constant test to see if you on your game. Okay. To see if you on that time, to see if they can. I'm not even saying it's always some gay shit. It can be like
anything.
I might can get over on this nigga. You feel me? And had him holding my store, or had him holding this bundle, and he don't even know. I'm gonna just offer him this, like, or if you on drugs, that be a lot of the motherfuckers' issues in there too. Right. They get to having shit done and playing games upon them that they wouldn't normally go for because they on drugs and they gotta get disrespected and shit like that. Right. But you gotta be mind strong in that motherfucker. Mind strong, body strong, ready to go.
Did anything happen? Like, did you get stabbed?
No, I ain't get stabbed. I got caught in a.
You was fighting?
Yeah. Fights gonna come.
All the time?
They gonna come all the time that a person go get at you over some shit that you don't like. And if you don't like some shit, you don't go along with it.
Was you seeing people that y'all didn't fuck with out in the streets? Like,
you see that.
How does that work out here? Because I know how it works in the counties out by Bakersfield in LA.
It's what you make it. It's what you make it. If you're going to be on some passive shit, and he might be passive with you. But whatever's going on, it need to happen that day. That's how I feel. Like, if we going to fight today. We ain't wait till next week. We ain't going to wait till... We get 5 homeboys apiece. Whatever issue I got, when I get to this motherfucker, it's getting handled. And we gonna see who gonna stay in this motherfucker. whether it's me, I might not win, but I never lose.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I win, even if I lose, I'm not losing because I'm a stand.
Mm-hmm.
So it be going like that too.
So what could you say your overall experience of the 6 years in jail was like for you? Because you became a man in there. You went at 19, you got out at 27. What was it like for you? Like,
that shit make you bitter. The first 3 years a blur because you don't think nothing of it. I mean, my first 3 years was a blur. They wasn't shit. The second 3, that shit was different on my mental. It was being like more agitating, more like jail. It's more like you getting more institutionalized by hella shit. I used to get mad if a motherfucker leave the shower door open or like if a motherfucker made too much noise after the time that you're not supposed to make noise.
Oh, you got used to that shit.
Yeah, it had you with an edge because it's like you ain't around no women or nothing, or you is, and everybody trying to show off for them bitches and shit, like it be weird. Mm-hmm. Then it be hella petty shit. Depending on what level of prison you in, you might get rolled up for having a clothesline and stupid shit. Like,
did you go to any bad ones? What was the worst one you went to? Bay or?
No, I ain't go to Pelican Bay or nothing like that. Probably the highest level of prison I went to was probably the one in the feds. But in the state, I just went to the Tracy reception and then I went to Susanville. That shit wasn't nothing. It was just a whole bunch of fighting. Motherfucker did get killed, beat to death on the yard.
You watched it?
Somewhat.
How was that?
Like, mind your business. It don't got nothing to do with you. It's cold because everybody will see this shit and you will be a different race. So it's like, I can't have no opinion on it. Else you're going to start some shit amongst my car and race. So it's like, you mind your business. It don't got nothing to do with you. That's how that shit be. You don't even see shit because it don't got nothing to do with you. That's how I was. I ain't see shit.
So what did you take from jail when you came out from the streets?
Minding my business, though. Like, I be saying shit and don't say nothing. I don't be in people's business. I don't open doors I don't want to be open. Jail hard too when you get out and get to coming around large people, large. That shit a motherfucker. Like, you don't know. You know, I used to tie my shoes against the wall, like stand against the wall to tie
so
my
nobody
shoes.
would be behind you.
Yeah.
You were paranoid.
Because you don't want nobody to even play with you like that. Like saying it's gonna happen, but you don't want nobody even playing with you like that.
So it changed how you was as a person?
Hell
Did
yeah.
people notice it? Did they tell you like you're different?
I noticed it more than anything. And that's the uncomfortable part when that shit, you notice hella shit about it. And you get mad. Cause you will get mad if somebody touch your shit. Like you'll sit something right there, something small. It can be a bottle, a cup. In your head, you feel like it's supposed to be there when you get back. Because nobody's supposed to touch nobody's shit. So when it happens, it's something I used to get pissed off about. Who the fuck touched my cup? Who the fuck touched it? And like, it's
Did niggas
cup.
think you were crazy? Like the crazy jail nigga?
Yeah, people, I'm telling you, that shit. You don't. That's something
we
you
all
don't
know
do.
Crazy jail
that's
nigga.
something you don't do. Like something you don't do. You don't touch somebody's shit. Like that's stealing. Something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Either you gonna take it.
Did you feel this strong about these values before you went to jail?
Nope.
So it did change, but that was a really good. Your values that you learned in there are values that niggas should have been on anyways. Don't touch nobody's shit, but it is a little vigilante. If you
it is because you gonna tear a whole motherfucking room up.
Yeah, just over that little bit of shit.
This shit had a Coney shot of coffee in that motherfucker that you was
but
gonna pull out. They touched it, or your chair sits somewhere every day.
So
you willing to fight over this shit?
You would say
like know my shit sit right here. You know this my spot. It got your name on it. Yeah, dude. Look, get up. Like so that's one of the things like, you can't get mad at too. Like say you sitting in a chair, even if I'm just talking to you or talking to this motherfucker got his name in it. It got Tom on it. It's got your name on it. Yeah, that's like one of the ones like you in the wrong. So it's like you right, my bad. You feel me? Right? Because people be having their names on their chairs and shit.
Right. Oh, in the jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
TVs and shit serious. Yeah.
I know the TVs is serious. I ain't gonna lie about
Tuesday
the TV
we watching this.
Days.
TV, you gotta be one of the ones. You gotta be ready for anything for the TV. If you on that TV, like you pressing that button, we watching this today, you gotta be one of the ones doing that shit. Like anybody can't just do that shit.
They had strong nigga.
Yeah, like they had one thing like nigga, you gotta have your paperwork touching the TV.
I'm screaming. Wait. So if you was a rat, you couldn't touch the TV.
if you was like, see, it's so much room for rats in the feds because You got different cores. You got the Southern Cali core, Northern Cali core, Central Coast, probably what's gonna run with the Southern Cali core. Then you got niggas that'll run Muslim. Then you got niggas that'll run other that can hide. Then you got niggas that'll come out of state that can hide. So if you tell them they can't touch the TV like they got their paperwork, they just ain't gonna touch the TV. You ain't gotta see their paperwork. They ain't offering their paperwork. You feel me? But they whole time they
so niggas just walk around with their paperwork.
Man, that's your license in the feds. That's your license in that motherfucker. Nigga, that's your name, where you from. Where you from, your paperwork, nigga, that's legit. Who is this nigga? Bobby got his work. You gotta give me your shit too. That's like a paperwork
Anybody
party.
ever pull your card?
Paperwork party, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And you have to show it?
Yeah, you gotta show me your shit too. It ain't one-sided. It ain't one-sided. I bring my shit out, you bring your shit out. And no pages better not be missing, else we on your ass.
How do y'all know if a page is missing? It's
Man, cause this niggas in that motherfucker, they know what's missing. They know what you need to have. They know what's missing. They in your paperwork ain't just gonna be like informant. It's gonna say it's gonna say a certain word.
Right.
It's gonna and the motherfucker gonna pay attention and be like, yeah, he bad, get him.
Yeah, he bad, get it.
Niggas ain't got nothing to do. So if you bad,
y'all got nothing but time.
Nothing but time. Squashing shit.
Oh, this is hilarious. This is
beating
the shit
out
that we want to hear.
Sometimes people don't last past these ass whoopers that they getting put off the yard. Niggas sometimes they.
So can you PC up in the feds?
Yes, you can from the gate. They tell you to. Like if you don't want to, you get to the little first part of that shit.
How do y'all find out?
Man,
a person PC.
Cause if they in the same car as you, whether you Crip Blood or whatever the fuck you is, they in your car. They gonna be like them your people right there. Your people gonna be like, yeah, you got 2 weeks. Get that shit. No disrespecting nothing. With the most utmost. My name so and so. It'll be best if you get your work. You feel me? That's just how I go. You get your work, you can get anything you want. Whether you want some contraband or, you feel me? Motherfucker ain't gonna too much try to deal with you if you ain't got that work. But if you keep on skipping out on the work, it's gonna keep on coming up. Why you ain't got that work? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta get up out of here. I ain't going nowhere. Okay.
They gonna get you out. So it is real that they be kicking niggas out of little areas.
You get your ass kicked out. Some niggas are here, certain niggas on that yard like, you know what? I ain't gonna get on this one. Yeah, I'm cool. Who on the yard? Where they from? Oh, yeah. Where whoop niggas on the yard? Where LA niggas on the yard? Where Richmond niggas on the yard? Oh, yeah. You over there? Yeah, I'm cool. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna stay here.
You guys don't beef with anybody but Richmond people, right? You guys don't beef with Sacramento, Stockton, Oakland,
they love
San
us.
Fran.
Everywhere else love us.
LA.
Everywhere else love us.
But you beef with Richmond. Now, is it another side of North Richmond you beef with, or what is the side of Richmond that your areas doesn't get along with?
Everywhere that ain't in North.
East, West, South?
Yep.
There's all that in there or no?
Yep, they got all that in there.
Okay.
Shit, it's just we might not call it like West or East.
Okay, it's different. It's different.
It might
things.
be like different names, but it's
right.
all that other shit you got in there.
Right. Okay. And how did that
North
come
don't
about?
like North. North don't like North. And certain shit, North don't like North, so they be into it with everybody.
Okay. So how did that come about though? You guys beefing with?
It's inherited, old and new.
Oh, it's stuff before y'all.
Old and new.
Got you. And the new shit is from how?
The new shit be from the shit. It might be I step on your tennis shoe. And now you
not like it being like Alabama.
Man,
they be killing for no reason in Alabama.
It be from more so that we don't know who you are or you don't know who we are. And disrespect is displayed, and you know how people feel like they don't gotta get disrespected by nobody or played with by nobody, especially nobody you don't know. So you take it in way heavier than you would take in. You just had these 5 fights with your partner. It's different because now this nigga, he don't even like you, but he see you into it with them niggas and he on your side heavy because he your partner. You feel me? So now your distant cousin that stay over there don't mean shit.
Okay. Wow. And it's that easy.
That easy, I'm telling you. Nigga, I'm talking about you'll get jumped in your hood and you'll be with them niggas smoking and hee ha ha. I'm talking about you got shoved in a party over there and you hate everybody. Or them niggas hate you or anything, like, you feel me?
Just the littlest shit.
Yep, until it get brought to the biggest shit or whatever the biggest shit going on. You might not even be a part of what's what. And then as time go on, you get a part of what's what, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay, got you. And it wasn't, now when you went to jail, was your name as known as it is now? Because your whole entire area is very known. You know, I hear stories about different things. And the music, it talks about certain shit too, but I think the music is not the truth. You know, the music is never
music
the truth.
is fabricated.
It's fabricated. It's never the truth. Yeah. But you hear things. So, when you were in jail and all that, was it the same? Were you the same person as you are maybe now today?
No, I had a different handle. That's it. I'm the same. I'm probably way wiser and smarter and hipper, cause a lot of shit I used to like take serious. I used to take everybody serious. Everybody and what they said so serious.
Right.
I still be like that a little bit though, cause I be feeling like why people got the lie.
What are you, an Aquarius?
Shit. No, I'm a Scorpio.
What day?
The 5th.
Of what?
November.
Oh, okay. I get along with Scorpios a lot. Well, my best friend Jane Ari is a Scorpio.
You a Taurus?
I'm February.
Oh,
Aquarius,
okay.
But we take everything to the heart. It's because we don't fuck with everybody. So when we fuck with you and you do some weird shit, we want to smoke you because it's like, why are you doing the weird shit? Yeah. That's how the fuck I feel. Like I gave you a lot of some time that I could have lied to your dog ass. Yeah, that's how I feel.
It's like when you it's like when you young, it be kind of gullible. Mm-hmm. You believe everything. You feel me? Like, you believe all the bullshit. You don't know how to tell the bullshit from the fake.
Right.
Like right now, for a person to bullshit me, it's irritating as fuck. I'll be feeling like, why the fuck you lying to me? Like, you can just shut the fuck up. I never even asked you. I hate people like that.
God, the ones that lie for no reason.
But
then be the one.
When you young, it's like you believe everything, so a person can agitate you more by saying things or enchanting you or the internet shit or the shit that's going on right now. When you young, you like, man, fuck that. Like, so I used to say fuck rap a lot. Like, man, fuck rap. I ain't doing this shit. And get sidetracked with nonsense. More so now, man, I ain't listen to that shit. I'm finna make me a song. Sit in the studio.
Right. Getting out of jail and being so young, what did you go to first when you got out? You was 27. Were you making music in jail? When did you really get introduced to music?
Shit, somewhere like in between, like, shit, really like early as a teenager, for real, early teens, so probably about 15 and shit. Me, Waymo, we all used to rap separately though, not even always on the same songs though. It was like me and him ain't even have a song for hella years, for real. Mm-hmm. Like, we was on the same song probably like once or something. We used to all rap together, excuse me. Mm-hmm. And his brother used to rap and shit too, but he was more of a more polished rapper, macho. For real, we was all rapping in jail though. We all had phones. We out now. We all have phones and shit. We used to correspond.
Now we out now.
Hey, look, he got wrote up. He had a bunch of write-ups for them motherfuckers, way more. But
are y'all the same age?
He a year younger.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So give or take a year, same age. Me, when I got to the feds, when I was in the feds from the state, when I got to the state, I instantly got a phone. So I was able to catch up. You feel me? We used to be on three-way. Me, him, and my nigga Mike, we used to be on three-way. And my nigga coming home, he about dollars. Y'all look out for him for sure. Mm-hmm. We used to all be on the phones and shit. And they all put me on the recording devices, the audio evolution and shit. And we used to record like that. But our number one fuss was beat selection.
Oh, okay. In jail.
Yeah, in jail.
Okay.
So we used to argue so much about beat selection that we don't get no work in because we so strong-minded about how we all rapping, which is so unique because we don't just following each other, how each other rap, or we like, man, out this beat. Nah, nigga, that beat played out. You need to be on these beats. Let me hear that shit. Man, that shit sound different, man. I ain't getting the... All right, let's get on. We agree on one beat and we do one song. Me and he about dollars. We do one song. He get his phone took at the time. We gotta wait for him to get back. He don't really like the beat because he feel like he did it already. I want to do the Young M.A. Ooh beat. He don't want to do that. He feel like that's old. You feel me? So it was just. So this the only time, like, and by then it's like, shit. By then I ain't seen you probably like what? It was like 7 years. Like, yeah, it was about 7 years I haven't seen him, though.
So you guys grew up together?
Yeah, from nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
From nothing. Talking about, like, his grandma. Like, when he on punishment, I'm one of the people that can knock at the door and I might can get him sprung loose on the porch or something. You feel me?
She gonna let him out for you.
Yeah, but his cousin is one of like my closest friends though. He got a cousin that's closest friend. He got a bunch of cousins and shit. I didn't either have fights with him, got roughed up by him and all type of shit. He got a big family, so just like that. But we grew up so young that it's like practically family because we always got a cousin in common or something. Like I got a cousin that's his cousin or some shit like that, or he got a cousin that's my cousin, or his cousin got a baby by my cousin. That's North Ghetto for you. Like, it'll go like that. Even Young Los, Booza, like, my mama and his mama grew up together and shit. So
yeah, he talked about
I can't really sneak off and do nothing because she working at the schoolhouse and she know me. And, you feel me? Like, it's
he
just a whole bunch of that.
He talked about getting whipped at that schoolhouse.
Yeah,
too.
like, his mom worked at the school. She'll whoop my ass, too. I can't. Then it's another ass whooping because now I gotta tell my granny why I got my ass whooped. And she wasn't going for that. She ain't one of the ones. Don't touch my, like his mama can whoop my ass. But I gotta, like he getting his ass whooped, I'ma just get out of here before she catch me because if she do, she fuck around serve me because I was with him when he got in trouble. You feel me?
What
like
made
that.
y'all want to be bad so young?
It was too much space and it's like, they call us the country of the Bay. It's really literally like, it's too many activities.
Is it more? Have you?
This was
you never
before
been to
the
Bakersfield?
cell phones.
I think
shit.
Richmond's like Bakersfield.
Somewhat.
I think it is.
Yeah, like it was too much to do for real. Like I'm talking about before the cell phones, it was hella shit to do, and we had to beat the street lights. He probably had a little bit more leverage though. He had the gift of gab, but me, my grandma not going for that shit.
And you didn't know how to lie.
Nah, not lie to my granny. She Pisces, so she wasn't going for that shit. Yeah, beat the street lights coming on. Then I used to hang out with my older cousin, man, call him Humby. He got me in a bunch of trouble hanging out with his partners and shit. Going to West Oakland and panhandling and hella stupid shit. Stealing and...
When you say panhandling, what was y'all doing? Begging?
Yeah. I had the baby face. I was hella small. Excuse me, you had the baseball team shit. You had that shit, the Sausalito, you feel me? We used to take the BART out the way.
Taking the BART.
Taking the BART and go panhandle our ass off. We kids. He was my size. We was the same size, so them was the money makers, the itty bitty motherfuckers. We coming back, you coming back with it. Coming back 800 on a kid?
Like a kid getting air. Damn. Y'all gotta teach me some shit.
That ain't gonna work for you. You gotta be small doing that shit.
Hey, I still got a baby face a little bit.
Gonna lie. That shit used to be a motherfucker. Or selling the candy, stealing candy I used to steal a candy from the gas station.
I'm screaming.
Sell that shit at school. At middle school, $1 a bar. Each $1.
I knew the people that used to buy the boxes from Costco and sell them.
Yeah, or we used to go to the gas
all
station.
money in, all money in.
It don't matter how I want. You can get the boxes, you can steal, or you can, this for my baseball team. Either one finna get you paid. You finna get some donations. They ain't just finna buy all bars.
Who taught you these ways?
I don't know. Each other. We taught each other. You hear one dude come back, I just made, how you make that? You following him like, hell no, you lying. Come on, let me go with you then. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, man. Then everybody breaking records around this motherfucker.
Right. So y'all in competition.
We in competition.
Come back?
For sure. Ain't no telling what we spend the money on from then though. We might spend it on a bundle or something or anything. Like it's so much. It was so much room for us being young. It's like
right.
That's when they gave you you had the ghetto pass. Like you could
right.
do a little bit of anything. As long as you wasn't fucking off nobody's property, you can be anywhere. You had it.
So when did the desire for this type of shit come into play? The diamonds and the...
When a motherfucker know it was obtainable. It wasn't always this. I remember motherfucker was buying shit from Mr. Bling, the Seal Gold and shit. They had some bullshit called Seal Gold where they was mixing everything in the shop.
Like gold plated.
Yup, you could say that. We ain't know. That shit was, I don't even know how much a tooth that shit was. They was letting us put diamonds in it, or what they told us it was diamonds. And from there, shit, motherfuckers was doing that shit as 12 and shit. So gradually you just start wanting more, and you start having more shit. So you start going for the bigger and better.
So when you went to jail at 19, were you already the blaster that we see now?
I wasn't a piece of blaster. I was trying to get the name out.
Okay.
I was BEC, and BEC was some street shit. It was all street shit. So
and when you got out at 27, when did all of this come
The blaster was formulated by jail. Every incarceration phase, I was always digging deep into my character, in the something else, in the craft, to the point where I was rapping too fast. Then I ran into Doobie Sugar Wolf. His name Doobie. He from the Crest. He from out here.
Mm-hmm.
Not from out here, but from Vallejo. And shit, I ran across him when I was in the feds, and he kind of really had me on the craft of rap, and he taught me hella shit. And from then, everything I knew and what he taught me was it. And that's how I learned to be versatile. That's how I learned to rap on anything. Learning from Doobie. Yep. So that's how that began. And from then, it wasn't like a song for me. It was like, shit, whatever beat I can be on. Different beats, different tempos. And I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna talk shit. And my flow just got better and better to the point it got up to this point.
You freestyle, right?
I didn't know how to at first. I used to think that was so hard. But shit, I learned, and that shit became nothing. Just from practice.
So how many songs have you made that you did that in the studio, or the ones
I know
your
what
hits?
Mad Circle Flow is a song for sure. I did not speak a word until I heard the beat.
Okay.
Mad Circle Flow.
What about BB King?
BB King, I wrote it. I wrote BB King. I wrote BB King and had it for 8 months. It just in my phone. Just for 8 months.
And you didn't drop it?
Nope. Somebody kind of played it on live and made me like, you know what, I'm gonna throw it on my own wolf. And he did that. Pinky Promise, no, that ain't Pinky Promise. That's the number one. The soloist was a freestyle. I wrote the hook and freestyled the rest. I freestyle hella shit, but the shit that come to mind is them songs right there.
Okay, before we get into that, because I do want to get into the songs, I'm really a fan of your music. Some people I get on here, I interview them, and of course I like their music, but I don't always listen to it in the car and stuff. I actually listen to your music, so there's some questions I have for the sound. But before we get into that, how did you get into the music, like, super serious? Like, what were the beginning parts of you becoming who you are now? Because you're very...
Jail was like...
professional with it now.
Jail. It's something like, it was a tweak. Like, everybody know, like, you gotta find your niches in jail. Like, mine was working out, tattoos, and rapping.
You was getting them or doing them?
Getting them.
Oh, okay.
Working out, rapping. And, yeah, that was it. That's what kept me in a good shower, a hot shower, will make you feel like you at home. So, between doing just different shit, you lock in on it. Like, it was a time where I was rapping so much, I wasn't letting nobody know I rap. They'll just be, I'm just so much of a good person, or what would you say? I got a good aura, so a lot of people always kind of be nosy with me, like, what you doing, or whatever. So that's how kind of people know that I rap in jail, to the point I got bold enough to even start rapping on the wire and shit like that. But yeah, like, that's how I went. And just gradually, I started getting better, more of a vocabulary. I never been a fool, so I'm putting that in there, what I know about life in there and shit.
But I do feel like your age is the reason why you can rap the way you do, because some of the shit that you rap about is shit that my generation and up would only know about. The younger like metaphors, things you talk about, TV shows, like certain references you put. I could tell you were older. Like, I didn't know your age, but I knew you were my age, because I'm thinking, this nigga don't rap like a 26-year-old nigga that don't know shit. Like, he rap like a nigga that grew up around older niggas and then, like, my age. Yeah. Like, I was younger, but all my siblings were older.
That's what it was. Like, it was like, not only am I raised by my granny, it was like, I'm raised around the people my age and shit, but I had a couple older dudes pull me to the side and just give me that hands-on game, and it's like, it's old shit. So it's like, to me, it might not, and it's always been that. Like, even
Right.
in jail, it's this old dude from Detroit. He just my partner. We kicking it. We shooting chess and just giving me game, just kicking game with him, kicking that shit with him. Just like, I don't know, like, I'm not just doing nothing. I'm trying to learn from something. So, yep, just from there. And then I got an East Coast influence. I used to listen to a lot of, like, Cameron and shit like that.
The Dipset.
Yeah, so.
I love the Dipset.
It was metaphoric on the East Coast, so it made me pick up metaphors. And Wayne, that's what rap was when I was young. It was metaphors. It wasn't just
You couldn't
rapping.
get away with the bullshit niggas are getting away with.
No,
now.
you gotta talk.
You had to talk.
You gotta make
some
sense. Y'all know similes,
For real.
you feel me?
Yeah, metaphors. Like, it had
Metaphors.
to
Gotta
be
be
something
metaphor.
into something else. Like,
Yeah.
it was definitely a different era. And I can tell that in the music. You have a maturity to your sound. That's not the regular generation of this new wave of music that we hear of young niggas that are just talking about a bunch of gibber. And I mean, it's not bad gibber. I love y'all gibber. But it's like yours is different. It tells like a story. Even though it's not necessarily like one full, like, put together story, you tell different scenarios in the verses. And you can tell you're older on the track. Like, you can tell your experience.
You don't, I ain't really know, like, the shit that I know is, like, as like, cut as it was until you meet other people. Until you go and meet motherfuckers from different pots. And you hear how they think of themselves. And you hear the certain shit they've been through. And some people think the smallest shit that we was raised not to even talk about. Like, the smallest shit. Like, you know, like if you in a basketball game, for instance, and you ain't score no assists or no rebound, or you ain't score a basket, it's nothing to talk about. You ain't really have a good game.
Right.
So all our other games where it could have been close and we could have did it, we don't really talk about those games.
Right.
We only talk about the games where we actually played an important role in. So that's how I was raised, on shit like that matter. So a lot of shit, you hear people think of themselves as these big characters from small things, and you think like, well, shit. Well, damn, I've really been through this and that, and this. I don't really think much of it. Maybe I'm a little different.
Right.
I don't never feel the need to join in on, like, the stories and shit. Like,
right.
You know, you have your conversations with certain people, but I'm not really. I don't feel the need to just join in and tell you, like,
right.
hey, you know. That's how I knew it was, like, a little different with me, because it's like, I don't know.
Well, our generation is like that. We're not into, like, we didn't tell our business growing up. Like, stuff happened at home, we wasn't talking. Now there's social media. So young kids are getting on social media and telling their testimony. I got beat by my mom, or I got this. Yeah. We wasn't doing shit like that as kids.
What?
I was getting my ass
with buckles and shit on accident. My bad and all of that shit.
Oh my God, I got beat with a Windex bottle one time. Like, and my parents, it wasn't even like, I got the shortest end of the stick. Like, with the like discipline shit, I wasn't bad. You know, I was the angel. So I got the shortest end of the stick.
I wasn't bad. I just was active. I had a lot of
you
shit
were
going
a
on.
boy, and you was just outside. You know, you were just outside, just being a boy. Yeah. That's how it be.
But to my friends' parents and shit, I'm not gonna say I'm an angel, because they know they kids not no angels. But I wasn't the one they stay away from him.
Right.
I wasn't that friend. You feel me? I wasn't.
They always accepted you.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I can come in. Yeah, he can come in.
Yeah.
Cause I got a grandma. I know how to be respectful.
Yeah. All right. So when you left and you started doing music and stuff, what was the beginning stages of the music? What was your, like, breakthroughs? What was it like for you at the beginning?
Well, early on, I had a few songs that kind of, I guess, did all right around the way. But then when I got the song that kind of did better than Around the Way, where it was around this way, the Bay Area, it was called What You Do It For. It was just shit. It was a dissing ass song. It was just, you know what I'm saying? We was talking shit, but the song happened to be better than the original song that it was mimic after.
Okay, and you mimicked it after what? The person you people.
I didn't mimic it. The song was already made. Then I got on there. Me and my cousin got on song that was already made.
Okay.
Banga on the song too, though. Banga and Butter on the song with me.
Butter what? Mackin?
Yeah, Butter Mackin.
Okay.
We had that song together, and my verse got a lot of attention. got so much attention, I got sent to jail. But
damn.
just that was the lifeline I had from rap. That verse right there went up until I got out of prison. Up until I got out of prison. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Up until I got out of prison, like everybody used to approach me about it, good and bad. Sometimes I damn near used to have to fight over it, all the shit. What's up? That's you on that verse. I remember that was you. Like everybody remembered me.
Who were you dissing?
Who was I dissing?
We don't know.
Shit, everybody outside the hood. Everybody outside the hood.
And what made that come about?
The song was already made. Like I walked in and heard the song being made. I just put my input on it.
You put your 2 cents in it.
Put my 2
How
cents.
did you guys all have the same opinion about the person, the
nope,
people?
Nope.
Oh, so everybody is talking about someone different?
Nope. The initial song is talking about a group of people, and I talked about the ones that I knew. I didn't go to that shit where try to talk about people I got no business knowing. I didn't go there.
But let me ask you this. The people that they talked about and the people you talked about, did they know each other?
For sure.
Okay, yes. So you chose to talk about people that you had encounter with, and they chose to talk about people they had encounters with.
But I was
you were the
I had the voice.
Trouble.
I didn't know I had the
you didn't
voice.
know you had that type of power in the
I
verse.
was talking shit, a lot of shit, and it stood out. It used to get the party fired up or shut up.
And what year was this?
2011, late 10, early 11.
You're not to play this for me after the interview.
Yeah, I can play it for you.
I didn't hear this one. I gotta hear this one.
Yeah, it wasn't under blast though. That's why.
Oh,
I got a couple songs.
It's under your alias.
Yeah, the BEC.
Your bad side.
Yeah, I got a couple songs under BEC. That's some good songs though.
Okay.
He even got. I'm gonna show you some of his shit too. Way more shit too.
Okay.
He got some shit too.
All right.
Under another name.
All right. And so, that person, do people know that that's you now?
Yeah, they caught up. When he first got out, they caught up.
How much time did you do off of that?
Off that song?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it was off that song, but remember the gang shit.
Okay, got you. It was all tied into one.
Shit,
that was just confirmation that this is who this nigga, we thought this nigga was this whole time.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, because you put it in the song. Now, for you, what year was that?
2011.
Okay, your lyrics. I'm glad you mentioned that because this is a side note. Your lyrics were used against you in 2011.
I'm not gonna say it was used against me, but it was used. The video was used against others, and it played a toll in.
But it was still used against somebody to indict them, correct?
For sure.
Okay, so the first sign of this that we ever had seen on the vlog into like my side of California was with Draco in them's case. Rest in peace to my friend Draco the Ruler. But when they were in jail, their music videos and everything that they rapped about was used against a whole indictment of the Stink Team. And I went to court for those. So I can vouch that shit was really put in court and shit like that. So we thought that it just had beginning happened with him, but it happened with you before that. So this has been happening.
Lil Boosie, they've been doing that shit.
They've been doing it. So now that did you know that recently they're trying to do a law now? Yeah, do like a bill for it not to be used against you.
That's platinum.
in the court of law.
I mean, it's art. Sometimes it's like I got songs where I'm just talking shit because it sound nice,
right?
And then I hold this song for a year, and you look a year later, and several things happen in that nature, and it seems like I'm talking on the events when it just happened to be a coincidence.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of that type of music out there where like I'm so like my words so crazy, you might piece together some shit that I ain't never even meant.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's good because it really be art, and sometimes art reflect shit that's going on. Sometimes it's a coincidence.
And then you guys get known for things that you may do or may not do. Like everyone gets known for something different. There's a whole story I heard about you guys. I've never met neither one of you in my life, but I've heard about your whole hood and different little things, but it may not be true. You know what I mean? It may be, it may not be true. So at the end of the day, people are going to paint a picture.
The number one misconception, right? Motherfucker be like, I remember him from so-and-so. He wasn't like that. It don't take no time
For a nigga to get like that.
Quote unquote like that.
Mm-hmm.
You might be the reason he get like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? He a bitch. He was a bitch 10 minutes ago, but you done bagged him up in the corner. He got his family with him, and he done stood on top of your ass. Now he a crash dummy. Now he's stupid. It just mm-hmm. whatever the people say or however they say it, shit don't matter. Nigga can be a bitch and kill. Mm-hmm. Oh, it wasn't him because he a bitch. He ain't do that. Pepper said it was his prints on the gun. He did do it. So it don't mean nothing. Like what everything people say about the next motherfucker, it's not gonna stop you from dying.
Right. So as far as the music goes, you said that you had those first beginning songs. Okay, so when did you start? What were the first beginning songs to make you like Blaster? The popular one.
Well, I had Shine. Shine was my first song. That's got a couple 100,000 up there. Shine was my first song. Then I dropped a little song called Talk Bodies. My first song that probably got me a little win was I had dropped Grove Street, the tape. Back to back, me and Vonnie got kicked up good. Then I had a few songs. My standout song that got me the wind up under me for real was Foul Play with me and Waymo Bands. That was his introduction, Waymo Bands. His reintroduction back into the scene, you feel me? Anybody knowing Richmond, they know him already from a different handle, but he gonna tell you all of that. But that was his introduction from his 8-year
jail sentence.
Hiatus.
Hiatus, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when did the beginning stuff start for you? Like, when did you start getting put on Thizzler and, you know, all of that?
After Foul Play. I mean, we had...
Are you signed at Thizzler?
Yeah, I got a distribution with it.
Okay.
Before that, Bulls and Weeds, I was kind of, you know, they younger crowd, so they gotta, you know, they more social than I am. So, shit, I was going off they shit, and I got on Thizzler through them for real.
Okay.
And from then, I just worked my way to the top.
You did.
I worked my way to get some.
You did do
some
that.
Friction.
You did do that. So, what do you feel like in the beginning? Not the beginning, in the later songs, what do you feel like was the ones that were more... I like the BB King one. I like Stupid. I like that one where you be like, I barely know where I live. What's the name of that one?
Oh, Blast That'll Pass That.
Yes. Oh my God, that's my shit. Like, that video is so hard. That visual is so hard. You could have let me be in that video. That shit was so hard.
That's
like,
banging in the video with me.
Like,
though.
the visual is just like, I don't know, like that shit spoke to me.
Adam KG, he from out here. He from San Francisco.
Yeah, like
Shout
the way he put it together and the way that you guys are dressed and like oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like those types of visuals are the shit that make you feel the song more.
Yeah.
Like when I listen to that, I watch the video when I listen to it. Like on some regular shit.
That was what it was though. Like, and I knew it was gonna be a nice song for me because it's something about people like about the simple ass rhymes. It's like when I be talking that the bars and they be on it.
Relate to it.
But when I be like just regular rapping, they be fucking with it. You feel
like
me?
them type of songs is the ones where I be relatable to them because I be thinking about I may not necessarily have that situation happen, but I know some niggas that did, and I feel for them.
Yeah.
Through you.
Yeah.
Like I be mad like damn that bitch ass. Yeah. Like that's how I be feeling.
Them type of songs though, as far as I get and much music I make, I don't know where that shit be coming from. I promise you.
But sometimes those are the hard ones.
Yeah, like that shit just when the beat played, I just started saying that.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the ones I freestyled too. So it's like I try not to be too heavy on the bullshit because that's what they say I do a lot. So I
because you just dropped one yesterday. I don't know anyone that you were talking about, but I know everyone else knows. So who were those people that were, you know, you don't have to say who they were, but it was a lot of stories being told, a lot of situations, a lot of things. I've seen a lot of reposts. I know people agree with you. I know some disagree. So this lets me know this is some real life shit going on. What's going on with that one?
It's me learning my lesson on what's going on and the effect that I got against people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta remember. I gotta talk about people that people gotta learn. they get to talk about me, get free promo.
Mm-hmm.
Because who don't know way more bands, Banger or Blaster? If you know 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, it's more suitable for a person to talk about people they know than people they don't.
Right.
You feel me? So
they talk about you.
Venting. Yeah.
You talking back. Now
I'm not even talking about them, more so the people that's talking about me. I'm just talking shit about a whole bunch of shit that I know to be true.
Okay.
Or I just know to be funny to talk about.
Okay. And how many people do you feel like know what's going on? Because I definitely was lost. But I'm also not from Richmond or this side of the neck of the woods.
I mean, you know how that should be going. Like, don't nobody know.
They really don't know like they think they know. So all them reposts was them just thinking, they was
just commenting on the song. Like, this is a good song. You feel me? Don't nobody know what the fuck going on for real.
Okay.
Everybody just putting their own speculation and 2 cents in.
All right.
Some shit just sound better.
Okay.
Better said.
No,
Usually,
right.
I got away with words, so I'm most likely sounding better saying it.
Right. Okay. All right. And as far as like all the other music goes, where's the inspiration for that? How much of the streets do you think is in the inspiration for your music? Because you're not gang banged out. You know what I mean?
Too gang banged
like
out.
I've heard words.
See, when it come down to the street shit, like, it's not nothing a motherfucker glorify. It's just something a motherfucker tell you to like this what it was for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this not what a motherfucker chose though. Like, I much rather did this and that. Cause there's hella other shit that you can do where you can do hella shit. Like, we can't do shit out here for real though. Like, not because of this or that, because of we're on Front Street. Mm-hmm. And if something was to go wrong, who's on Front Street? You feel me?
Right.
So it's not wise to just put yourself in different scenarios. So it's like, if the streets didn't come in effect, what couldn't I do?
Right.
So it's like, I much rather be doing something else, but I'm just letting you know, this how it went for me.
Right.
You feel me? This how my life went. My shit went fast paced. Now motherfucker damn near motherfucker 30 and motherfucker figuring it out and just how to really stay out of the bullshit and stay away from it. This just how it went for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to glorify and be like, look, this is what you should do.
And you know what? I don't get that from your music. I don't get the glorification or none of that. I just get like real like, look, this is what I went through, but y'all also got me somewhat fucked up. Yeah. And like, stop lying on me. I get that one a lot. Yeah, because you tired of niggas.
I learned people never gonna tell the truth though. Like, if a person don't like you, how much good shit they really gonna say about you? This is true. What they not even wired to even say nothing good about you. Right. So to snap out of that. Like, even like when I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, Blaster though, they're gonna say bullshit. They're gonna probably say, nobody gonna say nothing good really, unless we don't got that little thing going on or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if not, they're not gonna say nothing good. Come on now, that's too much like right. Blaster the realest nigga. He not capping. He keep it lit. He ain't turned shit down. We ain't did nothing to him. Nobody's gonna say that. Mm-hmm. He's a bitch. That shit weak. He's a bitch. Shit weak. He trash. Nigga lying like a motherfucker. He soft as shit. How many times you met Blaster? I mean, I ain't really met him personally, but
I know this about that.
Yeah, I know this for a fact though. When Blaster come up in the dictionary, that's what it say. You feel me? So you gotta keep it lit. Niggas ain't gonna tell the truth about nothing. Not even their mamas. Where your mama from? She from where I'm from. Ain't be lying. She from where we from and shit. And his parents and shit be from where we at. And just formerly used to be wanting to be from where we at. Right. It'd be a lot of that going on. Not all of it, but
it'd be some parts of it.
So it'd be like people think we got enemies or shit. It's just people mad that we know the real them. We know you was getting beat up over here and shit. Like, it'd be some of that going on too. So
have you ever gotten your card pulled on some like personal, on some public shit? I mean,
my card, I don't feel like my card can't be pulled because I embrace anything happen. Right. Whether I lost a fight, whether I got something took from me, whatever the fuck it is, you not finna say it. I'm gonna say it so we can just get it over with.
Got you.
Cause it's like, I'm a human. I'm not saying I'm Mayweather, I can't lose a fight. I'm not promoting that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I can't be pressed or none of that. I'm telling you, like, I'm me. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna stay me. and that's just it. Like I'm not just telling a whole bunch of lies. Like I haven't lost it. I'm like, who the fuck gonna promote a big ass loss? But like, I done lost fights before. Like,
right.
You feel me? But I fought.
Right.
Like nobody never made me not fight. You feel me? Like so. You can't pull my card. I don't do nothing in the dark.
So you don't, anything that has happened to you, you stood on it.
Stood on it, straight like that.
So
anything else, people like riding with bullshit that go against me.
Okay.
Because I'm like this.
Do you think it's the popularity?
Yeah.
The fact that, you're more in the public, outside of you being like a street nigga, you think they're jealous because not only are you a street nigga, you're a successful one at that. Yeah,
pretty much. It gotta be, because it's like, what could you say about me that I'm not saying about myself? I got jumped before. Yeah,
you never been on paperwork?
Never.
I never heard that.
First, middle, last name with
I just want to be messy. I never heard that.
First, middle, last name with the suffix. You can pull that shit up.
I'm screaming.
My shit, public information. Anybody know when you go to federal, that shit public information. You can look that shit up however you want it.
How do you feel about rappers on paperwork?
It's a big contradiction. Like, how can you say anything you want unless you do pop or you sing or something? You're not promoting. If you saying something about the streets and what type of real motherfucker you is, like a motherfucker that's on that work, ain't nothing real about you. You faking. You trying to convince me.
What do you feel like if it came out later when they weren't a part of the streets and they were like younger? And then they gangbanged when they got older.
That's what smutted you out then.
Did you hear about the rapper that happened to? We haven't heard much about him. Oh, fuck. Who is the nigga? I forgot his name. Damn it.
The red Corvette shit.
Yes. Oh, I loved it. I love the song with Uzi.
He was in high school.
Yeah, he was like 15, 16.
And his mama told him don't tell, right? His mama didn't tell though. So he should, why not go with the direction of your mom?
It's true.
And look, it's the easiest thing behind it. They not going to have to call you again for you not saying nothing. Or they probably do. But when you tell, they going to need you again to say it again.
Right, you're going to have to continue to keep telling.
And then when we come to this area and we see you, we going to ask you again. Like, so now you got a number to work for them people and you still in the gutter. You ain't even, I respect the person being a cop. Because at least I know what I'm dealing with.
Oh, God. You
the police from the gate. Like, I'm a cop. Like, I respect it versus you acting like you one of us and then you flip when shit get bad. I can't respect that. Cause it's like you know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, you be knowing better. I was 9. My granny told me don't look out the window, so I don't see nothing I wasn't supposed to see. And just in case I did, it wasn't my business to go telling the police what was done. And that stuck with me at 9. So this is before puberty, way before puberty. So going into puberty, if you got an incident where you persuaded to tell or whatever, you should just not even be in that shit. Not even be nowhere in that shit.
You're not even equipped for that type of
not
situation.
At all. You're not. You wasn't hip enough to be like, nah, I'm cool. Why would I want to work with the police this early on and not become a police officer?
Right.
You fucking up.
Right.
I mean, if you tell and then become a police officer, I guess it was always meant for you to be gelling niggas. But if not, shit.
Most definitely. That's some real game. You gave a lot of game on here. And I definitely wanted to get a background of what it was like for you growing up out there in Richmond. I knew you were going to have a really good background and story of what it is because the music speaks for it. You have a lot of information in the music to let me know what it's like. Even though I've never been out there, I don't even think I've ever stopped in Richmond. Like
they be telling motherfuckers you don't really got no reason to stop out there.
But I want to come. I wish I would have did it in y'all hood. Like I gotta pull up one day on y'all out there.
Motherfucker, you a tour or something.
Yeah, I gotta definitely come. But I gotta
Baby Stones came in the hood.
Okay.
They came out there.
All right. Yeah, you do come to LA a lot. We're in San Francisco, but how did you end up going to LA and traveling out there and doing music and stuff out there in my neck of the woods?
Shit, just gambling, trying something new. Like motherfuckers tapping in with me on the Instagram, calling bluffs. Come on, I'm alright. I'm coming out there. We out there. Come on, what we doing? I got a whole little funny story behind it though. We can probably say that for next time.
All right. So outside of doing music in LA and all that, is there anybody else you want to work with? Anybody else that you got coming up? Let us know about the music and everything you got coming up? We know what you already got out, or you can tell them that too.
Shit, I just want to start jumping these states. Hell yeah. I got more to come too, for sure. I've been shooting more shit. It's like, this is what I'm doing. So it's like, if I stop doing it, what am I doing?
Right.
Exactly. So I gotta keep
And you're
on.
good at it too.
Yeah, and I'm just getting better and more thought out with the visuals and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm on it.
So what you got coming?
I got blasphemy. This blasphemy, like the word in the Bible, sacrilegious word. Yep. But I'm gonna spell it a little different.
And it's already put together?
Yeah, pretty much. I always damn near. I'm gonna put the little, whipped
Do
cream
you
on
take
top.
a lot of like time? You look like you take a lot of time in the way you execute the videos and the songs and stuff.
Yeah, I try to be, thoughtful in what I put in there. I always put something that I like in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 track always one of my favorites.
Oh, your number 4 track?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My number 4 track, my favorites.
Okay.
So that's how I be doing that.
All right. And what about the tails?
Oh,
what
man.
about the tails? What is up with y'all in Richmond and the tails? I love the way y'all dress out here. It's not really like LA, but it's not really like, I don't know what it is. It's a different type of style. Y'all got like a different type of style out here, but the hair is definitely different.
Well, this the city. This some city shit. This some San Francisco shit. We call that the city out here. This some San Francisco shit.
You have 3.
I'm supposed to have 4 though, for real.
One fell out?
Because 4 my number. No, I end up just not even caring about 4. But I'll probably make this 1, but I don't know, just a habit. I don't know. When I had dreads, I cut the hair, and then just left it back there. Like, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Keep it. You feel me?
So is it okay? But they do it a lot out here.
Yeah, everybody do it for real. Like, I don't know what people meaning behind it is, but shit, just everybody be on it.
Oh, okay. So there's no meaning.
Yeah, some people might be on their hood shit, but like,
but this is a tail, like.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing like that.
All right. Okay, so what message do you have for your supporters out there that are going to be viewing this? The ones that don't know you, the ones that do know you. With all the success that you've had, you still remained, it seems to me, a real nigga from what you've portrayed in the music and everything. So what message do you have out there to your supporters?
Y'all check out Blaster, man, on Instagram, on TikTok. Man, and y'all stay along for the ride. I got more shit rolling out, more content coming, more substance. You feel me? Get deeper into my character and who I am. Show y'all, you know what I'm saying, how I play with words, man. You feel me? Blaster, for sure. Check out Black.
Appreciate you for doing the interview. You know, it was hard getting a hold of you. You act like Barack Obama.
Oh,
he acts like Barack Obama. So, but I definitely appreciate you for doing the interview and all that. Besides that, do you have any other shout outs you want to give to anybody out there?
Shout out to, Boozer keep scoring. You feel me? Weez Gotti, free Weez Gotti. Shout out Beat the Gang, Vonnie. Way more bands. You feel me? 800 P's, Young Los. You feel me? Everybody from my side that's doing this shit, man. That's standing up. 320, man. He fresh out. He doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Casanova 300. Shout out him, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my niggas in the city doing they shit. My niggas in the town doing they shit, man. We doing it.
Let them know your socials, too. Do you have Twitter?
Yep. Both for Blaster. Both for Blaster on Twitter. Instagram, Blaster Cannon. You can spell it together. The little lines on the end. You can put Blaster Cannon, I'm gonna pop up. TikTok, Blaster Cannon. Clubhouse, I think Blaster Cannon too.
Okay. Any last shout outs you want to give to the people?
Y'all go check out the last project. What's the last one?
The North. All I seen was North.
Yeah, North Deluxe.
But
Y'all
wasn't
go check
it called
out North
Real
Deluxe.
Niggas something?
Niggas only respect the hustle.
Yeah.
Acronym for North. I'm real
Oh, see, that's that smart nigga shit I was talking about. Okay, cool. All right. Tap in.